The COVID-19 pandemic has, of course, disrupted our lifestyles in many different ways, but one change has actually been for the better. More and more of us are enjoying Michigan's great outdoors, where we can safely social distance while participating in activities such as fishing and hunting. In fact, the Michigan Department of Natural Resources reports that fishing and hunting license sales are up sharply this year, including among women. Here to tell us more about increasing female participation in hunting and fishing is Rachel Leitner of the Michigan Department of Natural Resources. Good morning, Rachel.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. So tell us, what do the latest statistics show us about the increase in hunting and fishing in Michigan generally? And then we talked about women specifically.
Yeah, overall, we've seen an increase in about 95% of new hunters since March of this year. And that's an increase that we haven't seen in about 20 years, so it's pretty substantial. We know that over 440,000 people have already purchased their hunting license, and of those, 64,000 of them are new hunters, which is about double what it was at this time last year. Now back to your question regarding women getting into hunting. We've seen an increase in women buying hunting licenses by about 25% this year as well.
Has there been any reason specifically that you guys can pinpoint why that is?
Well, it's likely it has something to do with the COVID-19 pandemic. All of us are looking for socially distanced and safe recreation right now, and what better way than to spend it in Michigan's great outdoors. However, this is a trend that's been ongoing prior to the pandemic. We've seen in national studies that women are the fastest growing segment of the hunting population. And there's a lot of reasons why this could be. A few speculations are: one, women want to feed their families with healthy, local, fresh foods. And what better way to do that than to head into the woods and harvest an animal and literally get your meal from field to table. Another possible reason is that right now women are looking for new opportunities and ways to bond with their families. Traditionally, it's been fathers and sons who head into the woods to spend time together, but now we're seeing that mothers and daughters are doing the same.
And beyond what we get on the individual level, how does the entire state benefit from these hunting and fishing licenses?
So the whole state benefits from the sale of hunting and fishing licenses because the proceeds from those sales go directly into wildlife habitat and conservation activities. And that's not just something that hunters and anglers benefit from. Everyone benefits from those license sales because we all enjoy Michigan's natural resources. Now, the sale of hunting and fishing licenses generates $61 million annually for conservation activities, in addition to $32 million generated from the sale of hunting and fishing equipment. So that's a lot of dollars that go into conservation activities. And as we see more folks get into hunting and fishing, we will ultimately see that money go into conservation. And that's just the economic impacts of hunting and fishing sales. There's, of course, the environmental impacts and the role that hunting plays as a management tool to balance our wildlife populations and keep them in healthy quantities for the habitats they live in.
So a lot of ladies might be watching right now. They've decided maybe they are kind of interested in this, but they're a little hesitant because they don't really know a lot about hunting or fishing. So how do they go about getting involved or learning more about it?
Well, there's a lot of wildlife organizations that specialize in programs specifically for women. Unfortunately, some of them are on pause right now because of the COVID-19 pandemic, but we're hoping that they will resume here in the near future. But for example, I'd recommend women check out the DNR's Becoming Outdoors Women program. This is a program that hosts workshops throughout the year, through different seasons, to give you information on any type of outdoor recreation activity you might be interested in. And ladies who are interested in joining the DNR Becoming an Outdoors Women program can find information on the DNR's website, or you can email dnrbow@michigan.gov.
Well, Rachel, thank you so much for your insights and the increasing number of women who are giving hunting a try this morning. We appreciate that.
Thank you.
Absolutely. And remember, just because it's getting colder doesn't mean you have to stay inside, you guys. There are plenty of winter outdoor recreation opportunities on Michigan's public lands, including snowshoeing and cross-country skiing, just to name a couple of things. You can learn more about them at the Michigan Wildlife Council's website here for mioutdoors.org.